Here we go.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to Maximum Libertarian. It's 7:35, I believe. No, it's 7:36 Eastern Standard Time. I'm joined here with the one and only Dean. How are you doing, Dean?
I'm doing a lot better. Had to have some surgery. Had to spend a little 5 days in a hospital, but everything's going good, and I am back.
That's good to hear.
Just
All right.
smash the like button. Make sure
Say that again. You broke up just a tad bit, I think.
Make sure you smash that like button. Share to your friends. Do everything. Yeah, I do got the stick back in my hand to tell you to smash things. So smash.
Absolutely. Thank you, Dean, for saying that. All right, and first, let's say this. Tomorrow, 5 p.m., you've got Crowds on Demand is going. The CEO, the founder of it, Adam Swart, is going to be here. He's going to do a Q&A. He's going to be talking about Crowds on Demand. It's exactly what it says. You call him up when you need a bunch of people to rally and holler rabble, rabble, rabble on your behalf on the issue that you think is a good idea. Now, as many of us know, we've had incidences here real recent with people saying that they're being paid to be there. They're actually bringing possibly bricks and other things to cause violence in the city. He don't do that, but that's one of the growing businesses here in the great country that we live in of the United States of America. So be here tomorrow at 5, and you will see all of us, and you can ask questions and hear about Crowds on Demand. Then the following Thursday, we've got, and that event hasn't been created yet, but Deprogramming Democrats, a former Democrat, wrote a book, and her name's Lisa Ekman, and she will be on to discuss how she transitioned from being a radical Democrat to now being something other than the radical Democrat that she always felt she was, and then she found out she wasn't after COVID. Surprise, surprise.
COVID did a lot to a lot of people. They got to get back in their own minds and realize, hey, I'm not who I say I am. And quite frankly, with me, in 2008 was the turning point for me. Like, I came from Jersey. I knew what I had, the libertarian value, that everything is a libertarian, but didn't know what the actual party and how the party operated until then. Funny enough, when I got down to Virginia, that's when Obama was in office, and get what happened there. Everything went socialist crazy, and then to me, that's where the current Democratic Party is. Like, that's just my thought process. Let's get into what we were trying to talk about.
Yes. Okay. What are we going to talk about is President Trump is, let's pull that back down. We got to share the proper screen. Let's get that. But President Trump is saying that we are now going to, we're now going to possibly end the income tax for those that are making less than $150,000. Right here it says, Trump says Americans may soon pay no income tax as White House explores alternative revenue streams. This is because the tariffs are supposedly bringing in billions and trillions of dollars that we're going to be able to do this. As we can see down here, Donald Trump suggested Tuesday that the Americans may not even have to pay income tax in the near future, saying tariff-driven revenue could allow for historic elimination of the federal income tax under his tenure. Trump told the press gaggle after the cabinet meeting that at some point in the not too distant future, you won't even have an income tax to pay arguing that revenue and governments collecting under his administration is now great, so enormous, whether you get rid of it or just keep it around for fun or have it really low, much lower than it is now, but you won't be paying income tax. Now that's the true statement, I think, right there. What do you think about that one right there?
Yeah, that's a true statement right there. Here's the thing. Income tax needs to be abolished. Taxes are theft and extortion. To me, the best thing in the world would be to get rid of it, give money back in our pockets that they steal from us every single year, and it'd be a beautiful thing.
I agree with you right there. I think it's sometimes it's extortion, you know.
It is.
So it's a horrible thing. I think like personal property for homes. You never own your home. If you now we've got this wonderful idea of a 50-year mortgage. So on top of the the personal property, the government will always stand on your neck. So in turn, if we can break free, but it comes down to the voter. Am I right?
Absolutely.
The voter keeps voting for this nonsense. So this is what we all get to enjoy.
Or not.
Or not. So let's go back over to this. Let's see right there. I believe it says, let's see, if enacted, abolishing income tax would mark the most ambitious overhaul of the American tax system in more than a century. Trump's repeated public support for replacing income tax with tariffs make the most explicit endorsement yet. You know what? And right here is where it's individual earnings of under $150,000 be the tariffs. That's where I was talking about the $150,000. So if you make under that, I don't think his party won't help him do anything. So I do not see his party helping him do this. And number two, if you're going to cut taxes or reduce the revenue I get it. It was just terrific. It's enormous. But you're going to have to get rid of these social programs that we've all come to love. Like the Ponzi scheme known as Social Security, or maybe one of the Medicare, Medicaid, one of them wonderful outfits where they, really pay off the insurance company. Absolutely. With our tax dollars and not fix the issue, but they just give us a Band-Aid so we can prolong it so we can keep paying for it. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. It's one of those things just going to keep moving the wrong direction.
Right. I would love to see this happen. I don't think it's going to happen. So
I'd like to see the $2,000 checks too, but we'll see.
Well, what's really cool about that is I think the $2,000 checks, just add to that deficit, and more money into the system, right? That's what causes the inflation. Yep. So isn't that great ideas? That's what I think the Democrats have done a really terrific job in the aspect of doing the affordability. They like to run around saying the affordability.
How about you? But it's not that.
Everything that they're proposing is going to make this thing skyrocket. So if you go with the minimum wage, sure, I would love to make $20 an hour at my part-time job.
Oh,
but it's not going to happen. If you raise the minimum wage, you're going to raise everything else. Look at the kids at Starbucks. They're marching around protesting. You got Bernie Sanders. You got the mayor-elect Zandani, and I know I just said his name wrong, marching around saying how these kids at Starbucks, this is my question. Why don't all the folks that are, instead of protesting Starbucks, because Starbucks does a lot of left-wing stuff, because this guy came from the left, Howard Schultz. He's giving health insurance to the folks there, part-time or full-time. He's paying for college, and he don't even require you to have to stay at Starbucks. He'll pay for you to go to this online college that they can do. This is doing like some really good things. No, they keep demanding more and more and more. That's the problem with it,
Absolutely. That's all they want to do is more and more and more.
I don't. What's that?
The more they can fleece us, the better.
Right, but I'm just talking about Starbucks.
Oh yeah.
This is the thing. He did everything right at Starbucks. That should be a wet dream for the lefties.
Oh, for sure.
And it's not. It's not. They want more and more. So in turn, you have people like Bernie Sanders and Mamdani standing out there acting like they're fighting with the working man. They're not. They're cutting your throat. And what's going to happen with look at Donald Trump. He's promising this. Dell Michael Dell and his wife donated $6 billion to have $1,000 accounts made for children, in the next 3 years or whatever. That's ridiculous.
Absolutely.
Why are we doing this here? Because the dollar, since 1913, the dollar has been dying. Give them $1,000 worth of gold or Bitcoin or something. Don't just give them a phony bank account. So go ahead, Dean. I've been talking so much. It just warms my heart when I hear the DJT do this.
Oh,
please go ahead.
I'm sitting there looking at just trying to get this thing to come up. The good old debt clock here of national debts at 38, 433, 996, 200 at this point. And
$38 trillion?
Oh, 38 trillion. Tariff revenue of 369. Let me see. Billion, 369 billion, 586,000 million, 690,000, and it continues to go up. That's $3,247 revenue per taxpayer.
Well, that's cool.
Here's the thing. In 1960, the U.S. federal debt to GDP ratio was 52.10%. Currently, it's 121.6%. Largest items: Medicaid and Medicare, Social Security, and defense. And the debt just keeps dropping.
Let me see if I can. That's what we've got. So we can download a free book. Where's that at? Close. There we go.
That's what I was looking at. It's called and there's actually an app for this. So the USDebtClock.org. What a beautiful site.
We're going to be at 40 trillion real soon.
Oh, for sure.
I bet you we'll be at 40 trillion. I bet you before the end of the year.
So they're talking about credit union banks, and that's where people are pushing it. It's not a bad thing, but let me tell you, the corruption on some of that stuff that's going on, like a local credit union now is being absorbed by the Virginia Credit Union, and let me tell you the mess that is just to get the training and a changeover. Unbelievable.
Wow, that's heartwarming right there too. I think everyone, if you're on here, wonderful.
I just go over to debt and I saw the site where it's clicking up and it keeps going, and I'm just sitting there enjoying us getting screwed second by second.
Yeah, this is the state we're in, and then we've got, of course, I didn't vote for Trump, but I've always said that he was probably his foreign policy was about as good as you're going to get, considering, when I came out of the Navy, I was looking and I was like, holy cow, I thought the Republicans liked the military. And then I went, oh, their foreign policy shows otherwise. And this one with Venezuela, what are you thinking about that?
Oh, that's a mess too. So we're going there and we're attacking. This is where the war mongering crap comes from. Yes, do we need to stop fentanyl and all these illegal drugs coming from Venezuela? Yes. Do we need to be using drones and bombing them? I don't know about that. I think we're hurting people. Or sometimes I even heard a story, and this is was multiple sources on both sides of the aisle where they're actually had people alive after they bombed the ship, and they said, "No, we need to kill them. They need to be gone." So they want to kill them. The
Well,
rest.
now, for what it's worth, there's conflicting reports saying that didn't happen.
Well,
so I don't know what's true and what's not on that point.
Coming from Fox and CNN, I mean, that's kind of conflicting conservative and.
I really don't. I mean, it's rough because, I think Trump, he always would say that so-and-so heard President Trump say that calling troops, was it the soldiers at Arlington losers or something like that? I can't remember. He made some supposed comment, but it was never, no one ever heard this. The only thing you ever heard was talking about John McCain when he was trashing McCain. And so in turn, I don't like the hearsay stuff. And if I really don't know, and then with the conflicting reports, because you can't sit here and go, oh, well, I know if I listen to CNN or MSNBC or CNN or Fox or whoever, they're going to tell me it's straight. No, they're not. They're going to propaganda just as much as the next one.
Absolutely.
But I do think the Venezuela bombings are stupid. And I think as libertarians, what we should be doing is maybe instead of, like, we're calling, like, hey, this is wrong, this is bad. Hey, you know what we should do? Legalize all drugs. There we go. Here's a radical solution. Let's legalize it. All right. Number one. And but let's not just stop there, because if you legalize it, you're going to bring issues that you don't have right now. Exactly. So in turn, what you got to do is let's have a plan. So if we make cocaine legal, marijuana legal, whatever other illegal drugs that there are, street drugs that we've got out there, then have it set up where it's not, because look, we're about to enter, Virginia is about to enter marijuana. Yep. Legal is, it's for recreational use and so forth, so on. Right? Go ahead. Okay. So, but what are we going to do? It's going to be like because Democrats are so ignorant, what they're going to do is they're going to jack the prices up. They're going to say, we're going to tax the marijuana for all the children at the schools. Then I was talking to a current senior at a high school in my area, and he hates marijuana. He says that he knows people that got on it when they were younger, when they were kids. Their folks got on it, or not got on it, but they've been doing it. They allowed them to do it. It's jacked up their mind. We've got to have this honest to God discussion. I don't know what, like, look, if I drink beer, it affects my liver. It affects your liver. It affects, me differently than you, maybe. So, but we don't want to do that. What we like to do is pretend that, marijuana is safe and legal and blah, blah, blah. Yes, legalize it. I say do it. But come on, man. But that's what you do. Let's break the backs of the drug dealers by legalizing everything. We have it set up. And then at the same time, for God's sake, let's not turn it into another black market.
That's what's going to lead back to the black market, unfortunately.
That's all it's going to do. That's because that's what their government. I want to see them become. I hope that I'm old enough that I'm still alive if they ever legalize prostitution, because they can't sell marijuana. I'll guarantee you, they're not going to be able to sell sex.
Nope.
Trust me on that. They can't do shit. And I shouldn't cuss, so don't cuss, Dean. That's not giving you the green light.
I think I'm a bad influence when it comes to that, because I've cussed on here a few times.
Yeah. God, just trust me. That's
what I do.
But but that's what I do think is for the Venezuela. Let's not go in there. Let's just be honest with it. We're going in there for the oil. We're going in there for regime change. If we have, we're not going in there to save the lives and all that good stuff.
Nope.
So that's where I'm frustrated. Let's end the wars. I got a T-shirt from, right in the summertime when we went in and bombed Iran. I remember I bought the T-shirt because I was talking to a guy who's real hardcore Republican, and I was like, "Look, it's going to fracture the Make America Great Again group." And he was like, "Oh, no, we're all for it. We're all for it." And I said, "No, don't do it." And what happened? It starts fracturing them. And I went and bought the Libertarian T-shirt that says, I'm already against the next war. And that's a lie, because even though I'm against abortion, I'm against war, and I'm against death penalty, you can make an argument for abortion. There's a possibility. There is a possibility. They said like 2%. Before you can make a possibility for war. There's a possibility for the death penalty. But I would never take it off the table. I'm never going to support it. I'm not going to be sitting here. But at the same time, I'm not like, I'm already against, because if you smack me, then prepare to get smacked back. It's like kicking a dog. You kick a dog, expect the dog to kick you to bite you.
He's going to come eat you alive.
So, what else do we have to talk about? Oh, I got something to talk about real quick. All right, as everyone knows, this February we've got if you're not a member of your state Libertarian Party, go to whatever state you live in. If you're LPVA, go there, join, become a member, and then in February you can come here to where's it going to be at? Winchester, Virginia?
No, that's way north. It's going to be in Waynesboro, near Charlotte.
Waynesboro, Virginia. And then after that's in February, we get to fly over to Grand Rapids, Michigan, where you'll be able to select the next LNC. And chairs up for grabs. All of the positions are up for grabs. So right now, go ahead.
All of it's up for grabs.
Right. So real quick, we've got announced candidates. We've got Ben Weir. We've got Rob Yates, John Huddock, Grumpy Gnome, and announced in April 2025, running on an anti-PC Arco-libertarian platform. He has positioned himself as an outsider, challenging establishment figures with the slogan, "The LNC will never be the same." That's the Grumpy Gnome. Other potential candidates is Carrie Ann Harlows, Stephen Nikala, who's our current chair, Joshua Smith, Nolan H. Schmidt, and then there's some other names which I know that's no big deal with them. But them are just some of the names. I think it's imperative, if you're a libertarian, make your way to your state convention, join your party. If you're sitting here acting, pretending like, oh, the Mises Caucus, oh, the classical liberal caucus. No, what you got to do is you got to go in there. There's a lot of people on both sides that we know that I like. So in turn, I'm going to work with a lot of these people. I think you worked with a lot of people, but for whatever reason, we like to pretend we got to fight each other, right? So just make your voice heard. Let's build the Libertarian Party. Let's make it a force. We've got to fight the Democrats and Republicans at their own game. We need people to start standing up and running for office. This whole baloney of you got skeletons in your closet, that don't work. Now, if you want to make the argument of having no money, well, that's a valid excuse. You got to have a plan too. But then you go to Grand Rapids, Michigan in May, and you get to fix the board or keep the board, whichever way you like it. And I don't know who I'm going to vote for. but I'm going to definitely reach out to all of these. I assume they're all men. I know 3 of them are men. I'm not sure about the grumpy gnome. Say again?
Harlos would not be a man if she ran. So.
Well, no, Carrie Ann Harlos, but that's just a speculated one, so that's out the window.
Yes.
But I'm just going to push that one time. That's it.
It's funny.
So,
what I was looking at, like that was actually where I was at, looking at on websites on here about who was running and things, and quite frankly, we don't need all the garbage we've been dealing with. So, need to get things going the right direction.
Yeah, absolutely. I definitely think we should get it in the right direction. I think, look, we're primed to go there. I think the Republicans and Democrats they're not for the affordability like they pretend to be. They're not going to be for the working man. They're not going to be for the American people. They're not American first. I think the Libertarian Party is the best party out there. And if it was to tomorrow end and I wake up and it's all set and done, then, well, that's my political future, because this is a nightmare sometimes going and being an affiliate chair, being a state chair, just being an activist. Sometimes it's very frustrating. But right now, remember, set your calendars tomorrow live. We got the CEO of Crowds on Demand, Adam Schwartz, will be here to speak, to do a Q&A with all you fine folks out there. Spread the word if you don't mind. Dean, what else should they do?
I just was looking at the site. If you're looking at going to national conventions, LNC 2026. I think org.com. LNC.com. It's only 100.
LNC2026.com. Smash that like button. Hit the notification bell. Follow us on X at We Are Max Lib. And like I said, join your state affiliate, join your local affiliate, join the national party. And until next time, I am Brian.
Dean here.
That's someone. Who's that? What's your name?
It's Dean.
Oh, it's Dean. All right. Until tomorrow, 5 o'clock, right here. Later.